Remember in Love Does, I put my cell phone number on the last page of the book. Remember? Well, I get all these calls. I get 50 calls a day. I can't get a thing done. And I don't send anybody to voicemail. You know why? Because Jesus was always available. It was like he had his shirt untucked and he would let people come up and give a tug on it. Remember, he turned around to that woman and said, "Who was that?" Or the little guy in a sycamore tree, he's like, "Lunch on you." He had time for everybody. And I was finding I was getting less available. How about you? So what I decided to do is I would not send anybody to voicemail. And I get all these calls. People don't follow vision, they follow availability. And there's something beautiful that happens. Every time I pick up the phone and say hello, I just answer it every question anybody has. People just want to know, is it really true? And they want to know that about you, and they want to know that about me. And we can answer that by saying hello. And so try it for a week. Don't send anybody to voicemail. And if this is going to wreck your life, you don't have to change your ringtone to a rooster crowing, and on the third ring, you've denied Christ. I didn't like that. But just be available. Watch what will happen in your life and in the lives of the people that are around you. I was sitting down as a lawyer with somebody and doing my best to give him some advice, and the phone rang. And so I excused myself. I said, "Hey, listen, I never send anybody to voicemail." So I answer the phone and it says, "You have a call from," and it went into this recording. I'm like, whatever. So I hung up. A couple minutes later, the phone rings again. It says, "You have a call from," and then the recording started. So I thought, well, I'll just listen to the recording and then, at the end say, "Stop calling me." Well, it said, "You have a call from the Sacramento State Penitentiary." And it went on to say, "Press 5 for your call." So I'm like pressing 5. I'm like, this is awesome. And I had it figured out in advance. No doubt there was a crook in there, and he'd read Love Does and was calling me up just to tell me what a boss I was and what an awesome book. So I said, "Hello, it's Bob here." And then he said, "Well, where's my girlfriend?" I'm like, "Oh, no, wrong number, buddy." And you know what? The Love Does number is 1 digit off from his girlfriend's number. So I'm like, "Oh, buddy, so sorry. This isn't her." And I hung up the phone. I got back to being a lawyer, and about 5 minutes later, the phone rings again. I pick it up and I say, "Hello," and there's this recording. "You have a call from," so I press 5. And the same guy is on the other end of the line, this guy in jail, and he says, "Will you call my mother?" I felt like I was his concierge. So I put it on a merged call, right? So we could both be on the line. And the phone rang a couple times and she answered and he said, "Mom, just so good to talk to you." And he said a couple things. And he said, "I just want to tell you that I love you." And she hung up. Oh man, it was just me and him on the phone now. And I said, "Buddy, I am so sorry. What is it that you need?" And he said, "I need a bracelet." I'm like, "A bracelet?" I would have thought an alibi, a cake with a file in it, a couple bed sheets tied together, but never a bracelet. And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Actually, it's an ankle bracelet. And I've been in prison for a while and I've qualified to get one of these things, but I don't have any money." I'm like, "Buddy, I'll pay for it. I'll hook you up. What color do you want?" The next day I found out how much it costs to LoJack a felon. It was nuts. But here's the deal. If you want a good deal, go to a garage sale. If you want Jesus, you go find some people to creep you out. Like there's something that happens as when we get uncomfortable, we start needing Jesus more. Well, I don't know if I'll ever hear from this guy again. I kind of think someday I'll see him walking down the street with my flat screen. But one of the things that I've been learning is that if we really want to get about our faith, if we really want to love everybody always, then it's going to take us moving a little bit further than where we've been before to make a